KLCS spotlights the winners of the 27th Annual Video in the Classroom Awards in the Los Angeles Unified School District. This is the Video in the Classroom Showcase.
Hello and welcome to the Video in the Classroom Showcase. I'm Jorge Briceño, Director of Educational Television here at KLCS. Throughout the course of the series, we've been showcasing how students and teachers in the Los Angeles Unified School District combine various disciplines of the curriculum into award-winning class productions. All of the videos featured in our program were recognized at the 2014 Video in the Classroom competition and took home a Vic Award. Next, we're going to take a look at a year-long school project where students research a country and then act as representatives of those countries in addressing important issues. Among the valuable outcomes is seeing the common threads as well as the cultural differences of human beings. Let's find out more as we watch the 2013 Student Leadership Conference.
Today we're going to see 240 ninth grade magnet students representing 8 different countries from Russia, Kazakhstan, Bolivia, Brazil, Nepal, India, Vietnam, and China. This has been a year-long process. They have been researching these countries, not only in the context, the history, the culture, but they will also represent some of the issues, critical global issues such as water. They will be meeting first in their multinational groups, which is comprised of 8 different countries together, and for the first time they'll all meet and talk about some of the background history and information about their countries in order to have a common thread, or in order to find some common threads between all 8 different countries. Then students will present their PowerPoint presentation, which they've been working on in workshops and also in their science classes for the past 2 months. And then they will have the General Assembly, where the audience are now allowed to ask questions to the panelists about some of the questions that came up during the PowerPoint presentation. And then after this, this would be the time for a dialogue to happen. And once that happens, students will then get into resolution groups. They will be split up, facilitated by one of their 9th grade teachers, and they will come up with possible resolutions or solutions to the water crisis. One of the goals and objectives of that is they will realize that it is a difficult thing to do, to diplomatically work together and to assure that water is equitably distributed. And so one of the lessons that we want our students to take from this is that how difficult this might be, and how they are also they are agents in order for those kind of changes to happen. Then lastly, we do a closing ceremony, and we have a brief debrief session of all the insights that they have received. Then we have some fun, and we have some entertainment from Nigerian performers, drum performers, and welcome to the Water Conference.
Water is probably the most important issue in the world. No longer is the 20th century problem of where are we going to get oil. There's plenty of oil, there's plenty of ways to get energy, but there's not plenty of water, and a lot of the planet is suffering from lack of clean water, and just the accessibility of having water, and the idea that a lot of water is becoming privatized. So this is our 3rd annual water conference, and we call it Student Leadership Conference now. And the students have been preparing for this for the last 4 months. The students have been researching particular aspects of 4 worlds, which are the political, cultural, social, and economic aspects of their particular country. And their research focused on that. And then in their science classes, their research focused on just water issues.
Well, I feel like here we kind of approach science from a different angle. instead of just sticking with the facts, just sticking with what they would do in a book, just sticking with the experiments, we really are trying to get the human spin on things. So how do those issues that kids learn about in their normal science class affect people all around the world? That's really the heart of what we're trying to do. And I think the water conference was like the full physical manifestation of that. Is making sure that the kids are thinking about how scientific topics impact people, because ultimately that's where science is going to be real for these kids, is thinking about how issues are affecting humans and what the impact of certain topics, certain technologies, certain issues is going to be moving forward.
So we start the process second semester in January when we return back to school. And so since then, for about 4 months, they've been focusing on researching water issues of a particular country that their English class has been assigned. So I have 2 English classes. One of my English classes was Bolivia and the other was Russia. And so there's a lot of working parts to the to seeing what happens on this final day. But specifically in English class, the students are researching their countries and coming up with just issues of study that they're interested in. And then in science, they're looking at the water issues. This past week, we've done workshops to get them ready so that today they can be ready to just speak about what they've learned, but also learn from others.
I think it was interesting to see like a real world solution that doesn't always work out quite as you plan, and you know, just to deal with that risk in an effective manner was something that was really interesting.
But now I know everything's interweaved with one another, and nothing is isolated when it comes to learning about countries and fixing these problems. So I feel like an expert on them now. It's nice.
If you'd like to learn more about the Video in the Classroom competition, go to our website, klcs.org, and click on the Education tab. And be sure to follow us on Twitter @the Vic Awards. Until next time, that's a wrap.